It seems like since the dawn of time, the United States has been beefing with China. Well, ever since the US was established anyway. These longtime rivals have pushed each other to excel in every single department to prove that they are the #1 nation in the world. Whether it was military, science, space, or transportation, they have been trying to outdo each other for a very long time. But one very important race has been overlooked, and that is the race of skyscrapers between the two global powerhouses. Welcome back to Mega Constructions. Today, we're going to dive right into each nation's most iconic skyscrapers and compare between the two. Which is the superior one right now? Which one has dominated historically? And which is going to reign supreme in the coming years? Well, to start things off, the United States pretty much invented the skyscraper. They were the first to launch large-scale buildings that peaked high into the sky and established major cities with those remarkable buildings as their crowning top. But even though the US invented the skyscraper, China perfected it. They have both had a long history of lining up impressive building after another, going head-to-head in a battle between two superior nations. Now let us see which one reigns supreme, by comparing some of the most important skyscrapers both nations have got to offer. Starting off with one of the United States' most iconic skyscrapers is the Willis Tower. The Willis Tower is the tallest building in Chicago, coming in at 442 meters tall. The tower was built in 1973 and was the tallest building in the world at the time. It managed to hold on to that title for 25 years, with no rivals until it was knocked off by Kuala Lumpur. The tower is the most popular tourist attraction in the city. It has the highest observation deck in the entire USA, and you can see 80 kilometers in any given direction. You can see 4 states from on top. That's crazy enough in itself. It features a glass box where you can step in if you dare to look at the drop below, not for the faint-hearted. Today, the tower is used to rent offices for world corporations. You love to see that the building is still useful, unlike the next entry on our list, the Shanghai Tower. The Shanghai Tower is the tallest building in all of China. It is also the most aesthetic and impressive building in the entire world. Soaring at 632 meters tall, the Shanghai Tower is peak Chinese engineering. It is owned by the government, just like many of their skyscrapers are. The building offers a unique cylindrical design that is one of the toughest engineering tasks to ever be pulled off. It has 97 elevators that reach a speed of 76 kilometers per hour. That's faster than most people drive. The building is equally as beautiful from the inside, offering multiple gardens, restaurants, and cafes. It can hold around 16,000 people per day. Unfortunately, though, the Shanghai Tower is having trouble renting its space or offices to companies and big corporations. But that is another video on its own. Another of America's impressive buildings is the Central Park Tower. The US is always trying to break records, and this is the world's largest residential tower. As the name suggests, it is right by Central Park, which is already an iconic place in the United States. Inside this tower, you will find insane, luxurious rooms that are out of this world. The area is nicknamed Billionaire's Row for a reason. This is the one spot where they all hang out because of the insane price tags on each of those apartments and penthouses. The tower is 472 meters tall, and it features a total of 179 houses. All the way up is the highest penthouse in the entire world with an insane price tag of $95 million. Just imagine what it is like living there with a price tag that high. Moving on to a staple in Chinese culture is the Shanghai World Financial Center. You see, China has a common approach when it comes to building skyscrapers. They are almost all built for corporate use. Almost all of them are rented out as offices for big corporations, and that is usually their main purpose. This one is no different. It started construction all the way back in 1997 and was constructed over an 11-year period, finishing up in 2008. That is an impressive time to accomplish such a magnificent building, especially given the technological differences between then and now. The tower offers shopping malls, a museum, company offices, and a 5-star hotel. That is the highest hotel in the world, with the building coming in at 492 meters tall. This tower is more successful than the Shanghai Tower, despite being much smaller. That is due to their success in making it useful and using it as intended. And now the 6th tallest building in the world, the One World Trade Center. It was constructed in 2013, soaring at 541 meters high. It is the tallest building in the United States and was reconstructed and rebuilt to memorialize the World Trade Center, which was brought down on 9/11. A series of towers are located on the original site of the World Trade Center, and they consist of 6 total buildings, with 2 of them still under construction. The Freedom Tower, as it is nicknamed, is surrounded by a glass structure and offers space for the largest corporations in the world to hold their offices. The area itself is an important transportation hub, which connects many important U.S. cities together. This tower holds a great economic, cultural, and historical significance to the United States and is a symbol of hope and freedom, hence why it has earned its nickname. Now to look at China's own symbol of finance, we have the Guangzhou and Tianjin Finance Centers. They are 2 buildings that accomplish record-breaking heights. Both coming in at 530 meters, they are both the 7th and 8th tallest buildings in the world. They both offer services, hotels, offices, and leisure for the elites. Both Guangzhou and Tianjin are megacities in China, and the government wanted to incorporate neo-futuristic styles in their skyscrapers. What is different, however, in these 2 towers is the safety protocols that went behind building them. As those areas suffer from massive and frequent earthquakes, they had to adhere to strict codes and policies to combat this potential problem. Thicker concrete was used to build the foundations, as well as integrate 8 sloping mega columns. As a result, these 2 towers are one of the safest skyscrapers in the entire world. We don't want to see a disaster of something of that scale falling down and taking everything around it with it. Last but not least is the Ping An Finance Center. It comes in at exactly 599 meters tall, which makes you wonder, was it supposed to be 600 meters and they fell short, or were they going for something specific over here? It is the 2nd tallest building in China and the 4th tallest building in the world. It also features the highest observation deck in the world at 541 meters high. This is even higher than the one in Burj Khalifa. The tower is occupied by high-end and luxurious retail brands. The design as a whole is built for Ping An Insurance Company, and it symbolizes their history and achievements over the years. Obviously, the main tenet of the tower is Ping An Insurance. These skyscrapers represent some of the most important achievements in both nations. They are also symbols of the history, success, and prosperity of each respective nation. But when you look at it from a bigger picture, China is undoubtedly the king of skyscrapers in the world. Of the top 10 tallest buildings in the world, China has 5 of them. The number gets even bigger the further down you move in the list. On the other hand, the US only has 1 tower in the top 10 tallest buildings in the world and 2 in the top 15.
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
The United States may have started the battle of skyscrapers, but China definitely ended it. They have taught the entire world how to accomplish amazing things in insane quality and quantity when you invest all your money and resources into your own nation. Maybe the US can take some notes. That is everything for now. Which nation do you think wins the skyscraper race? Which is your favorite skyscraper in the world? Please let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't, please subscribe and leave a like for this video. Your support helps us continue our work. Thanks again for your support, and I will see you in the next one.